Hello YouTubers, I'm Parvez and this is our fifth video in Android application development. In this video I'm going to show you that how you can start a new activity in Android Studio. So before this, in the previous video I have talked about activity. So and I have given an example. For example, if you see Facebook login screen, now this Facebook login screen is an activity. When you're going to give your password and email address and you click on login, your profile and will be open. Now this your profile is another activity. Now in this video I'm going to show you that how you can programmatically open another activity. So first of all, I'm going to create a new project and let me click on file. So new project, and I'm going to call it activity project. So you can give it your project name and click on next, and from here you can choose your API level, for example 19. So click on next, choose MPD activity, click on next. After that, click on finish. So now it will create our new project, and okay friends, now this is our project, and let me make it bigger. So okay, now you can see that we have just edit text of hello world, and so now I'm going to open my main activity.xml, and I want to remove this text, okay, like this. So now I want to add first a button in here, and let me change, so the ID is button, and I want to change the text to the open second activity. Okay, so now because by default if you see the text, and here we are using constraint layout, so for this you need to make constraint your widget. And if you see, we have error in here, and if you click on this you can see missing constraint in constraint layout. Now so because we have one widget in here, and you can make it constraint like this. So okay, now you can see we don't have any error in here, and also you need to, from here you need to give some padding. For example, I want to give it 32, or you can give it, for example, 100. Okay, like this. Now this is our open second activity. So let me just run this, and on my virtual, so let me just make it. Okay, now let me run this and click on OK. So now I'm waiting for this in my emulator. Okay, now you can see that we have a button of open second activity. Now let me create a new activity in here. So when a user click on open second activity, I want that second activity should be open. So activity, and I want the activity, so I call it second activity. Okay, click on finish. So now we have created a new activity. This is the second activity Java file, and this is the XML file. Okay, so now I want to add a text view in here, so let me just add a text view in this section. Okay, now from here, from text, and I want a text view. So now let me just wait, it's processing. Now the process completed, and let me add so let me make it smaller. So now let me add a text view in here, and I'm going to change the text. So first let me make it first constrained, so like this. And let me give it 100 for this, and the text, welcome to second. So you can change the text from here if you want, but if you don't want, you can change from the XML file. So if you see in here, we have a text in here. So I have removed the text. You can add Android text. So Android text, second, welcome to second activity, welcome to second activity, like this. Okay, now you can see we have second activity. Also you can change the text. So let me change from the make it from the designer. So right now the text appearance says small. I want so you can give it from here, yeah, from this section. So let me minimize this. Okay, now the text size is 40. I want it should be 30, and I want it should be in bold, like this, and let me make it in the center. Also, if you want, you can change the text color. For example, I want it should be color primary accent. Click on OK. Okay, now this is our second activity. Now I'm going to open my main activity in here. The first thing I want to create the button. So button object, button, I call it btn. So btn. Okay, now after this I need to initialize this. So bt, okay, let me first import this. Control Alt Enter. Okay, now we have imported this. So btn, typecast this to button, and because if you see our main activity for the button, I have ID button, so I want to just get this ID. Find view by ID r dot ID dot button. So this is my button. Okay, now after this we need to set an on-click listener for our button. So you can button dot set on-click listener, on-click listener, and new on-click listener. Okay, now because we are going to open our second activity, we need to create an intent object. So by using intent, we can get our second activity. So intent object, and new intent. So let me just import this. Alt Enter. Okay, now in here the first thing you need to give the context. So I'm going to give it this, and after this you are going to write the class name of the second activity. So second activity dot class, and so let me just check this. Okay, so instead of giving this, we need to get a base context. Okay, and after this we are going to start our activity and we add our intent object in here. Okay, so now I am going to run my application on virtual emulator. So now I am waiting for this and for the running of my application on virtual emulator. Okay, now this is my application on virtual emulator. So if I click on open second activity, you can see that we have our second activity and welcome to second activity. So like this you can do. You can go back and let me run it if you see. So let me run it again. I'm waiting for this. Okay, now if I click on open second activity, you can see we have the second activity. So thank you guys. If you have any question, please let me know, and for the further videos please subscribe to my channel.